you think of the movie? Oh! Hi. Sorry, I didn't see you guys there. So, another movie goes by, another review I must do. And this movie was... I can't say is or was. This movie is one of my most anticipated films of the year, and that movie is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I believe any form of media is at its best when you can relate to it, and I believe that's the case with Spider-Man. At its core, many great Spider-Man stories are great when it's personal, simple, and relatable to a degree. And Across the Spider-Verse is that story. So we are introduced to Miles, who is more confident in his role. But on the other side, Miles, the person, is struggling to live up to everybody's expectations. The expectations of the school, and most importantly, his parents. But before Miles has any time to think of a plan for his life, for his future, everything comes to a crashing halt once a new baddie by the name of the Spot comes into his life. And from there we are thrown across the Spider-Verse, hence the name. And we see many familiar faces, from Spider-Gwen to Peter B. Parker, and new faces as well. Well, for some they might be new, but if you're a die-hard Spider-Man fan, you will recognize some of the Spider-Man and women variants in this film. And I'm not gonna lie, I had a great time just seeing all the Easter eggs that I could with this film. And you're gonna need to have you need to watch this movie at least a couple of times to spot all those Easter eggs, because there are a lot. Some that are in your face, some that are very well hidden. Now, to talk about the elephant in the room here, that is, of course, the animation. The animation itself, my God, it was so beautiful. And I don't know if you've heard about this little debate, but it's regarding about animation, film animation. Some are debating that it's not an art, some saying that it is. And I'm one of those believers. I believe that animation is art, and this movie helps prove that case, because God, I don't know how to explain it. You gotta witness it yourself. These animators, these artists, they took the risk again, because remember, the first film was a risk. It was experimental, of course, but it paid off, and they did it again. To put it simply, it was beautiful. Now, for me, some of the best parts of this film, they weren't the action scenes, and I will admit that the action scenes, they were great. But to me, it was the more human elements. I'll give you some examples. Seeing Miles talk to his parents, trying to be honest, trying to be open, towards them, but can't. That's something we've all done in our lives. I'm choking up with my words now. We try to have an open and honest conversation with our parents, try to tell them the truth. But we're either scared to tell them because of, the outcome, or because it's not the right thing to do. And that's what I mean when Spider-Man is relatable. Because in a way, he is the every man, the every person. can relate to him in a way. And I believe that we've all done this before. We've all had to or are in the process of growing up. And in this film, that's what Miles is doing. He's trying to grow up. And we just gotta wait and see how it turns out for him. But yeah, those were the best parts, for me, with that film. So Across the Spider-Verse is one of those films that lives up to its name. Surprising, I know. We don't see many films, do that nowadays. Some are in it for a quick cash grab. And some might say that about this film, but I digress. It also delivers on the hype. And truthfully, this is my opinion, but truthfully, I believe this is better than the first film. This movie has more heart, more humor, more action, and the tone is darker, much darker than the first movie. It sort of gives off like an Empire Strikes Back or the Two Towers type vibe, And because of all that, it meshed well together. Surprising, again, I know. But throwing this movie into my review, I don't know what else to give it but a 10. 10 out of 10. It's one of those films that actually, it's heartfelt, experimental, and so fucking exciting. But yeah, go ahead, watch this movie. I want to hear your reviews about it. Talk to me about it and whatnot. And yeah, that's it for this review. Stay tuned because this month and next month is going to be quite busy because I got other films that are coming out. So yep, it's going to be busy 2 months. But until next time, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And if you don't want to, that's fine. All I ask of you is just to enjoy your stay.